5:30 p.m. Kathy, please give me a roll call.
Sure. Councilman Campbell. Here. Councilwoman Broussard is absent. Councilman Broussard.
Here.
Councilman Clayton. Here. Councilman Horton.
I'm here.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
Having a quorum present, I will ask everyone to stand for the prayer and the pledge. Councilman Broussard will lead the prayer, please.
Please join me in the Lord's Prayer. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. Our Father,
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Thank you. And the pledge by Mr. Gary Scholerman.
Very good. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. A few housekeeping notes before we call for public comment. We ask any presentation to be limited to 7 minutes. Public comments will be called for at the beginning of the meeting. We'll also call for public comments after each agenda item. If you decide that you'd like to make a public comment, we ask you to come to the front and limit your public comment to 3 minutes. We are live streaming our meetings as required by state law. The camera is here up front and it does pick up audio it's quite sensitive to audio. So we ask you to keep it down in the audience so that people that are listening to the audio online can hear. That being said, after your item of business is presented, you may leave. If you choose to do so, please do so quietly. If you leave out of this door, it will lock behind you, so you will not be able to come back in, or you can leave out of the front door, which will remain open. You are also welcome to stay for the full meeting. That being said, I will call for public comment before we move forward with the agenda. Any public comment now? Hearing none. Minutes and approvals of bills. Item number 1, to ratify bills paid in the month of February 2026.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 2, to approve the minutes from the March 3rd, 2026 committee meeting. Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. New business. Item number 1, Mr. Bruce Saunier to request that the City Council consider adopting a resolution to change the nominating process to the Abbeville Harbor and Terminal District. Mr. Bruce, you have the floor.
Yes, thank y'all for allowing me to come tonight. I gave each of y'all a copy of the revised ordinance that was passed in 1990, I believe it was, that changed the way people are nominated to serve or appointed to serve. I would just like y'all to consider changing it. I met with the police jury the same night y'all had y'all meeting 2 weeks ago, and I believe they adopted a motion to pursue it. So.
And do you have some proposed changes that you'd like for the council to consider, Mr. Bruce?
I think that if you read the current and stop at where it says B1, stop right there, it would work. But again, it has to be, that information has to be worked out between the two entities.
Okay.
Now, it has to be a revised law. It has to go to the legislature, and it's currently in session. So,
Bruce, we understand the police jury is also looking at that topic at this time. I will make a motion to authorize our attorney to work with the police jury attorney on the acceptable language for that purpose.
Do we have a second from the board?
I'd like to offer an amended motion to keep it like it is. It's worked that way for years and years and years.
And I'll second that motion.
So we have a motion and a second to amend for an amended motion to leave the language as is. Motion was offered by Councilman Plaisance and seconded Actually, I don't think that Councilman Carlton Campbell can participate in the process due to a conflict of interest. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. He's on the board.
Okay, so you need to recuse yourself, Councilman Campbell.
I hereby recuse
Okay.
myself.
Councilman Hardy, you want to offer the
Retract my
second?
vote.
Okay, there's a motion and a second to amend the motion. Any comments? I know we have people from Harbor and Terminal here. Mr. Nick Gotro, Director, would you like to speak?
I just have one thing I handed out to each one of your members. We do think the process is fair and balanced. We also think that currently we have 3 members. My name's Nick Gotro for the record, Executive Director for the Gotro Harbor Terminal.
You need to move your right in front of the camera.
Okay,
Thank you,
I'm
sir.
sorry.
Okay.
But what I will tell you is that 3 members currently are from the city limits, 3 members are from the parish. Also, if you look in your packet that I sent to you, if you look where the green is, there's a nominating process, of course. 2 come from the parish, 2 come from the city. And if you look where the green is, that's pretty much a common name that gets elected. So when I listened to the police jury meeting and a couple of members said that their people never got elected, I'm here to tell the council, if you look here, pretty much every time the person that they elected, their very similar names did get elected. There's one exception that's on the list, but other than that, we do think it's fair and balanced, and I think this is the proof of it that's fair and balanced. So that's it. If there's any questions,
The only
I'll answer.
problem I see is that there's members that have been on there for 5 and 6 terms, and so I would love to see at some point in the future some term limits on members of that board.
So, Mayor, I will answer that question. We have 1 member that's been there since the exception, and the way the original creation was done, and CCP card was the one that helped create it back then, is created to have a fair and balanced approach to it. I know that sounds funny, but it does. It does have nominations coming from you, and then it also has where the board elects from those nominations. But I will tell you, Mr. Wayne was the longest serving one. As of, he sent in a resignation letter, so he's resigning. So no longer will we have someone that has served 6 or 7 terms. Currently, right now, the longest person that's been serving, I think Mr. Jimmy's at 2 terms. Mr. Carlton might be at 3 terms.
Mr. Carlton, I thought you said you were there since pretty much.
Well, he had a gap. He had a gap in between.
I had a gap, yeah.
Yeah, so he left for maybe 12 years or 6 years and then came back. But as far as longest serving, that's kind of how that process works. You, the city, and the parish do control who those nominations are. And we don't tell you that you can't get with the parish to say who you're nominating either, because it seems like sometimes, well, most of the time, every time, pretty much, it seems like we have common names that are on there. And the board weighs that to be balanced, saying if we got that name from you and we got that name from them, then more than likely there's some kind of agreement there. We don't know if y'all talking to each other. I personally do not call. I did not call Mark Poche when he was the president to say, hey, this is who needs to be nominated. We tell, just like recently we had Mike Bertrand, who's one. I tell whoever wants to be on the board, you need to go talk to your council member. You need to go talk to your police chairman if you want to be nominated for the board, because they're the ones that do that. And I think that's where the process, there's a balanced approach where we do have you as a city and we also have you as the parish giving us those names. But I do want you to look at this because I do think it does show that. And Mayor, I do think your idea is good, and I think we need to talk to our board members. And our board has already turned over 2 members compared to the other members. And I think some people think that the members have been there a long time because of their age. One of them got elected on the board at 75 or 72, and now he must be about 80, I think, but he's fixing to create his term. So I do know that the age is there, but it also creates a stability for our board. And financially, the board has always been stable. And I would say on the political side, most of them come with no political agenda. And I think that's great because you're nominating the people who have that agenda just to make sure that the Harbor Terminal is doing what it needs to be done. And the board is turning over. So.
And Nick, is the police jury looking for changes?
The police jury, when he spoke to him, unfortunately, I don't think he gave them all the information they needed. And I wish you would have came to us. I know you went next door to the legislature, but we would have given him stuff like this so he could actually see how it works. And but yeah, so my understanding is he went over there and that they were going to get with Paul Morrissey about it. But our deal is that we think that it's pretty fair and balanced, and pretty much it's balanced. It's 3-3 right now, and we can.
I agree with you. I think it's fair and balanced, but when you consider the term limit,
I think our board would definitely consider that. I have 2 of my board members here, and they can speak for themselves because they're the ones that vote. I don't. I can only present it to them. So, yes.
Who is y'all oversight?
Louisiana legislature, we doing,
Isn't this board built?
no, sir, we created by the state. We're a separate entity, just like drainage boards. So you're fixing to move to North Vermilion, I believe. So you're going to have drainage boards.
I'm
Those,
aware of that.
you're already there. Anyhow, you'll have the drainage boards. Those drainage boards are self-perpetuating, and they do their own thing also. So you have the same thing. But we, the legislative auditor, also like right now, we going through our annual audit like y'all do. So we do the same thing. That's pretty much who balances at our board.
Right, so the
So-
only way that their board gets changed or the rules gets changed is by state law.
That's
Because
correct.
y'all are not elected like we are, right? Is that your question, Mr. Bruce? Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
So the state, like any other board, the state created it. It has to be changed at the state level. But the question is, the board's still intact. It's financially sound. It's never gone bankrupt like most boards have done. There's been audit findings all clear. You can welcome to go look on the legislative audit for the last 2 years. We had a clean audit for the first time because of a small entity like we are. We normally get a segregation of duty mark. Everybody does in small boards, but I've created a process with my board and adopted policy and procedures that now we've gotten rid of that. And thanks to Mr. Carlton, we have Mr. Michael, and we also have Patrick Duyon, that now we have a clean audit. We no longer have that as a finding. Like I said, the board has progressed. I think we've progressed. Mayor, we've worked together, your council together on doing some security stuff. We look forward to doing more in the future, not just on that, but other things. But we appreciate everything y'all do. And like I said, that's kind of how our process works. But I'll answer any other question if y'all have.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Gotro?
I don't have a question, but I'd just like to make the statement that serving on this board is totally uncompensated.
That's correct. It is uncompensated, and that's why it was done that way.
Any additional questions? Any additional questions or comments from the audience? Yes, Mr. Duyon.
Just to clarify, or add on to as Nick was saying, ultimately, in regards to the term limits thing, the police jury and the city, you guys, ultimately determine who gets on the board. So when somebody's term comes up, you and they do not have to renew that nomination. So
Pretty sure we won't be in the future.
I got it. I just wanted to make sure, if term limits is the way that everybody wants to go, that's great. But ultimately, who gets on the board is nominated by those two entities. So if there's somebody that you don't want on there, obviously don't, if you don't feel they're doing a good job, don't renominate. So ultimately, the control resides in the two governing nominating bodies. So I just wanted to thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, we have an amended motion on the table. All in favor?
Roll call, please.
Roll call. Campbell, you have to abstain.
Yeah, you keep reminding me.
Councilman Broussard.
I do vote yes.
Councilman Plaisance.
It's my motion.
So that's a yes. Councilman Hardy. Yes. Motion carries. Unanimous.
Mayor,
Yes.
Thank you.
can I get the agenda amended to include Passion of Christ for St. Teresa for their special event permit?
We have the permit application?
I think
Yes?
so.
Okay. Yes, we're gonna amend the agenda.
Thank you.
And if it's not too much trouble, I'd like to just add it as 17 so that it's, say it again.
Passion of Christ for St. Teresa Catholic Church.
That's different. And what's the date? Do we know that?
It's Good Friday.
April 3rd.
April 3rd.
Thank you.
Okay. I need a unanimous vote to amend the agenda. Do I have someone to offer it?
I do.
Second?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Agenda is amended. Item number 2, Mr. Gary, I'm sorry, I'm butchering it, Scholerman and Miss Shauntina Gibson of Louisiana, Mississippi Blinded Veterans Association Regional Group Incorporated to make a request that the city would be able to display the Braille American flag and plaque in a prominent location where it will be viewed by all who visit City Hall. You have the floor.
Thank you. Shanti, we're with the Blind and Veterans Association, which is a national association which was established March 28th, 1945, shortly before the end of the World War II, by some 100 combat injured veterans who are rehabbing at Avon, Connecticut, at Army Rehab Hospital. They gathered together to assimilate, to form this association to help each other with their recovery and their assimilation into civilian life. They created the education, the philosophy, the history, and the training techniques for veterans and the public blind to use for the rest, for what we still use today. We have, in 1946, General Omar Bradley, who was then head of the Veterans Affairs, appointed the Blind and Veterans Association to represent the blind and low vision in their appeals and claims to the VA. Let's say appeals and claims, because if you make a claim, there's going to be an appeal that'll follow it. Then, as now, it's a rubber stamp no, but the claims usually go through. We have a full staff of about 5 to 10 people who are well trained in all the VA rules and regulations that can help the veterans with their claims. In 1946, the Army, in all its wisdom, decided they were going to close all the rehab hospitals, let the state do the rehab. The BVA convinced VA to open a blind rehab center, so residential blind rehab center. They opened the first one July 4th, 1948, in Hines, Illinois, which is a suburb of Chicago. Now we have 13 state-of-the-art rehab facilities throughout the country. Our closest one is in Biloxi, Mississippi, which is one of the newer ones. Some of them are quite old, and they've been remodeled and redone, but we're happy that the one we have here close is fairly new. In 2010, President Obama declared March 28th as National Veterans Day, National Blind Veterans Day, and to help celebrate the anniversary of the BVA. And we celebrated before, and we still celebrate that day today. We all have this the Braille flag that in 2020, some of us that found this Braille flag and thought it'd be a great idea to place one in every one of our VA hospitals that we have in our regional group, which is Mississippi and Louisiana. There's 5 of them. So by joining with other groups, other veteran service organizations and philanthropic civilian organizations, we got to decide we wanted to get together with them to purchase these flags and the plaques. And then in March 2020, COVID hits, so everybody's restricted. You can't, no more meetings. So via Zoom and Teams and various conference phone calls, we were able to get together with other groups, and we presented our first one on October 15th, which is White Cane Day, to the Lafayette Clinic, VA clinic in Lafayette. And the next week to the Alexandria Hospital, and within 6 months we had every hospital covered. All the VA hospitals, our blind rehab center in Biloxi, a couple of the retirement homes, and some of the clinics. And now, 5 years later, we have every VA clinic, many of the hospitals, many of the libraries in Louisiana, the governor's mansion, and it just goes on and on where we have these locations. We have over 70 of them so far. And that's only by joining with the different VA service organizations, VFW, American Legion, DAV, and the civilian organizations, Lions Clubs, Rotary, Kiwanis, and that we've been able to get out. And a lot of individuals have come up and we did the one in New Orleans at the New Orleans Hospital, presented the flag and plaque there, and there was a lady that was watching. She had just come to visit somebody, not a patient, and she was not a veteran. Her husband was not a veteran, and she comes up afterward and she said, "How much are these? I want to." And so we told her. She wrote out a check. Said, "I want to be the sponsor of the next one." And this has happened to us a few times, and it's a great vehicle to show patriotism. It's a unique way of integrating text, braille, and graphics in a tactile braille flag with raised stars and stripes. In between the stripes is the Pledge of Allegiance in braille. If you ever want to read braille, you just go up there and try in between those stripes. And it's there's only 6 dots, but each dot means something different. But we'll be happy to have the city of Abbeville place this either in your lobby or wherever it'll get most attention.
We are happy to do so.
Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation, Council.
Mr. Gary, Ms. Shantina, we are very honored to have you here, and we will certainly put that in a very public place.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Shantina is the president of our local regional group, and she's shy today, so she's very rarely is she shy.
And both veterans, I assume, correct?
Yes.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
For your support.
She's what was it, Army and Navy?
Navy and yes, Army and Navy.
Couldn't make up her mind. I was just Army.
Thank you both.
And other thing I might want to add is that with the VA, you do not have to be service connected to get the VA benefits, to go through the health care system. Even after you've been out for 10, 15, 20 years, you start losing your sight. Sometimes with age-related macular degeneration, diabetes, other diseases, accidents will cause a loss of sight or total blindness. And the VA, you can get in the VA health system, and sometimes it may go back to something that happened in service, so you can get some, but you don't have to be service connected.
For low vision or blindness.
Yes.
Let's be specific because
Yeah.
somebody in here may get a little confused. So you do not have to be service connected if you have vision loss to receive VA services and benefits.
And when I say the VA services, you get to go to these blind rehab centers where they teach you how to use the cane, mobility, how to get around, how to living skills, how to cook, how to take care of your clothes, how to use the modern things that we have now, computers with screen readers, basically anything, read braille. So it's a whole new life. Thank you.
Thank you.
Set this on the chair or something?
You can, you need your,
Yeah.
I actually have one right here.
I can't get here early enough to answer about all you feeling.
I'll get one here with us.
Yeah.
One shot together.
I can take it. Can you get this? Yeah. Right.
And look at Counselor,
Yeah.
Councilman Carlton, can you come this way, Liz? And then I can just get
You gotta get up.
No.
Come on, Kathy, get over.
Alright, this way. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you, appreciate it, sir. Thank y'all.
Sorry. Okay.
You okay? Catch it. Okay, item number 3, to approve the special event permit for St. Mary Magdalene Church Christian Service Center to hold Spirit Fest at Magdalene Square on March 28, 2026,
Move.
from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. I have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 4 is to approve a special event permit for community wellness to hold community wellness volleyball jamboree and AA Como Park on April 25th, 2026 from 9:30 to 3 p.m.
Move. Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions or comments?
Miss
Ms.
Stephanie,
is
the
in.
organizer, is here.
Ms. Stephanie, would you like to say a few words? Challenge them. I'm trying to get a team together. I can't get nobody to play with me.
Oh, right. Did you feel your faces? You were in that meeting and you did say that you were gonna be there
Still
to
there.
play
Still
on
there.
a team, right?
Still
Okay. We still have time. I'll bug y'all.
If anybody from the city wants to put together a city team, I'm game. I'm the
I think
coach.
there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of y'all up there right now. I mean, that's a team. Don't need any experience to play.
That's right, that's right. Make sure the fire department's there with the AEDs. All right, any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 5, to approve the special event permit for Sugar Shack Trail Ride to be held April 17, 2026 through April 19, 2026 at the Red Barn located at 2901 Abbeville Road. The permit is needed to access the city street. Is someone here from Sugar Shack Trail Ride?
Move.
Hi, please come right here for a second and state your name for the record. Councilman, you moved? You moved? You made, okay. Did you second? Councilman Hart, okay. Just a motion right now? Do I hear a second?
I'll second this question. Is there any way we can move up item number 5 on the old business? Or do we have to amend the agenda to move item number 1 on the old business to apply to number 5 on the agenda?
Well, you wanna take old business and move it up to new business. I don't think legally we can do that now that it's listed under old business, but I'm gonna defer that to the city attorney.
I'm sorry, I was reading from Paul.
Okay. Let me let them, let's do their event, then we'll worry about that after, okay? So, can you please, hi, welcome.
Thank you. My name is Attila Williams, Vice President of Sugar Shack, and my husband is Gerard Williams. He's the president.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Want to talk a little bit about your event?
Yes, well, we do it every year. We've been doing it at the Red Barn now for, I think, almost 10 years. We hadn't had any trouble, and we just would like to continue having it here. So we just heard there was something that kind of transpired last meeting, so we came here just to see if we can
Thank you for
get
doing
this
it. And you're from Lafayette,
permit.
right?
We are.
Yeah. And you have the marshal contracted for security for your event?
Every year, yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Anybody, questions, comments?
I'd like to just say that you started that while I was there.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And we were always very, very well satisfied after the way you cleaned up.
Thank
And
you.
we're also very well satisfied with the marshal's work at security, because you always had a jam-packed building.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
And I want to thank you for patrolling that really well, Marshal. Put a guy down on his face one time, huh? Causing trouble. The only time I ever saw him having to take action. I want to thank you.
Chief Hart. Sorry, Chief Hart.
Yes, ma'am. The marshal and I sat down and we talked about the changes that we were going to do, but with the information that he gave me and the extra security he's going to be providing, I think it's going to be fine letting Sugar Shack be there. So, right.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any other questions or comments?
I want to say, if we have ample security, I'm happy to support this.
Thank you.
Yes,
Just quickly.
Ms. Marshall.
We've made a
State your name for the record, Marshall, please. I just like to pick on him.
City Marshal Jeremiah.
Never comes back to a meeting. Go ahead.
We made a few changes to try to make sure safety is always our number one concern. But we made a few changes. I know it's gonna work, so we're gonna try it. Sugar Shack has always been professional, and they do this. They ride very, very well organized, and so we're gonna go with it, and it's gonna work. It's gonna be okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations and good luck.
Come on now.
Item number 6, to award the contract for the engineering services for the city's Greater Abbeville Electric Energy Modernization and Resiliency Plan project to Simmons Energy.
I move.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? This is a grant for planning and engineering. What the grant is, a 4010D grant. It's Department of Energy funds that were funneled through LDPNR, and those funds will pay for all of the planning and engineering that's going to go into this, and from that we'll have a plan that we can go and apply for applications for construction projects for our electrical system. Questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 7, to accept the tree mitigation recommendation of the City Tree Board for East Ridge Elder Care to plant and maintain 2 live oak trees on their property and to pay. It says $7,500 on the agenda, but Kim's going to present that figure is incorrect. Into the tree mitigation fund for the removal of 2 live oak trees currently on their property. I'm going to hand it over to Kim Tuchet.
Yes, Mayor and Council. They did submit a mitigation plan for the 2 live oaks that'll be in the way of the expansion. They proposed replanting 2 trees, but the way the ordinance reads, they would have to plant multiple trees to meet the same diameter. So the board recommended accepting the 2 trees and them paying into the mitigation fund, which if you calculate it, me and the mayor discussed it before the meeting, it comes out to $5,000 with the 2 trees proposed to be planted. So that would be my recommendation for the motion.
No movement. Second.
Motion and a second to accept the tree mitigation recommendation of the tree board. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Kim. Item number 8, to approve the quote from E.B. Futch and Sons LLC in the amount of $83,750 to clean the aeration basin number 1 at the wastewater treatment plant.
Move.
Motion and a second. I see Lee is in the audience, so I'm going to give him the floor for a minute.
Good evening. I'm the superintendent of the wastewater treatment plant. We have 4 aeration basins. We cleaned out number 4 about 3 years ago. We have 3 left to do. This is necessary to keep the capacity of the tank, which is 550,000 gallons. And it gets a buildup of inorganic material like rags, grit, things that come in from the collection system, asphalt, just different things that build up over time. So this company gave us this quote for this amount to clean it out, and hopefully it'll work like a new one again.
We had budgeted it last year, but didn't get the work done. Not for Lee's fault. We pushed pause on it, so we really need to get this work done now.
Right, and hopefully do 2 more maybe in the upcoming years or sooner.
Questions or comments?
If you see on the quote, it's budgeted. It's quoted for 125,000 gallons, Lee.
Yeah, that's about what we estimated that
So
would have to be removed.
they charge you by the amount of water you take out of the basin. So I think we originally budgeted just over 100,000 for the project. We were able to find this company here to do it actually a little cheaper than the last time we cleaned out a basin. That number could go to 85,000, just depends on the amount of water. It could go to 80,000.
How often we do this, Chris?
Well,
that I can answer that one. Those 3 haven't been done in 20 years.
Yeah.
We should do them more often.
Yeah, we should probably
get a lot of stuff out of them.
Oh yeah. The last one was,
yeah. And there's some mechanical stuff in there, old rotor blades, different things that fall off from equipment over time that we don't go pick them up. The water's 11 feet deep, so this time of the year is good to do it when it's still cool. So it's all.
Then we get to see the integrity of the basin too. We get to see there's pipes that run through there. So something's broken, we get to fix it at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, when the mayor got elected, we did the first one.
A
year into it.
One a year. If we could financially afford it, we'd keep doing one every year. So we do this one. We're going to budget it again next year, and the next we should get through 4, and then put the first one back on rotation like 5 years. See if we need it. Lee's going to bring it to our attention.
Sure, we can sample the bottom periodically and see what's building up in there and address it accordingly.
And there's things that live in there, and you want to give them a good environment to live in. You know?
There's things that live in there that you want to live in there.
Right.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and you wouldn't imagine if people flush down the toilet. So,
125,000 estimated gallons to be removed. To
Yeah.
answer your question.
Okay.
Any other questions or comments?
Thank you, Lee.
Thank you, Lee. Always
you.
doing a great job for us there. We appreciate the hard work.
Thank you very much. Glad to do it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 9, to ratify the payment of the invoice from Allen's Collision Repair Center in the amount of $5,286.03 for the repairs to APD Unit 657.
Move. Second.
Motion and second, Chief Hardy, you have the floor.
Yes, ma'am. This was a police unit that was involved in an accident right here, low speed impact, St. Victor and St. Charles. Officer was at fault. He was disciplined for it. He is still going through his discipline.
Okay, any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 10, to adopt a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute an intergovernmental agreement with the Vermillion Parish Police Jury to share expenses for repairs to the Boys and Girls Club parking lot, 2 entrances at AA Como Park, Campisi Drive, and the road that connects South Jefferson to AA Como Park.
I move.
Motion and second, Councilman, this is you.
I'll readdress that. That is a partnership between the city and Juror Liz Tuchet. And that is an overlay of the Boys and Girls Club East parking lot and Campisi Drive. And that little bitty tiny street between South Jefferson and the AA Como Oval. So that's where you jump over from Jefferson Street into the Oval. The good news about this is the jury has passed the intergovernmental agreement. Bart has worked on that for us. That's what we're addressing today. It is favorable for the city. 1/3 for the city, 2/3 for Juror Liz Tuchet. And this is going to be done by their road superintendent, Gary, as soon as we get the paperwork and the weather right.
And am I correct that even better news is that they have some new equipment, and so it does a better job than a former overlay process done?
That's correct.
Yeah.
They're doing much better with it.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, I think I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 11, to adopt a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a cooperative endeavor agreement with Faith Hope Christian Fellowship Church to provide emergency sheltering services during severe weather events. Motion and a second. Council, this is Pastor B.K. Stevens Church. He generously, both last year and this year, stepped up when we called for someone to host a warming center so that the city could focus on preserving infrastructure. It helps greatly when someone else hosts the warming center, so we can put all our resources to what we really need to focus on, which is keeping the power on and keeping the water plant producing water. As part of the discussions with Pastor B.K. Stevens, because of the cost that he saves the city, the personnel time, I think we should help him assist with some of the costs of operating that warming center. And it is the city's attorney's recommendation that we adopt this cooperative endeavor agreement, so we have it in place now and moving forward for in the future when there's emergency events. Questions, comments? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 12, discussion and possible action pertaining to the cooperative endeavor agreement with Crime Fighters of Louisiana. Okay, so I don't know if we need a motion in a second yet, but what is your motion for?
I think it's more of just a discussion and then we can talk about it.
Yeah, let me discuss it, and then if you want to hold your motion, that's fine, okay? So we do have the renewal of the Crime Fighters of Louisiana Crime Camera Network. Our agreement with them is that every March 28th it renews. I think we have 22 sites around the city. I don't want to get into a lot of details for public safety purposes, but our agreement with them is a cooperative endeavor agreement. They own the cameras, they maintain the cameras, and it's a 1 year. We're on an annual 1 year renewal of terms for $60,000. So that is what the cooperative endeavor agreement is in front of you, and we have it in the budget for that item. Chief Hardy did want to. Do you want to speak, Chief, or not at this time?
Right now, I'm going to keep it real low, real light. I did try to get into Brooks today. He was in a meeting. He was in. Actually, I had one of his cameras knocked down.
No, and y'all caught. I think they picked up the van.
They picked up the van. It doesn't have a license plate, but they did have a. They did find out where it was sold, and they're trying to trace it. It's like it's been traded from one place to another. Had the temp tag of the original third person, so they're working with a dealership out of New Iberia to find that. But right now, when Brooks found out that we were going to maybe be canceling our contract with him, the latest I had heard that he had cut the sheriff's office from staying with all the connections and being able to have contact with our cameras. Well, now they're back up. Okay. So I'm thinking this is something we're just going to have to talk through and try to organize. But the idea I have is to support the sheriff, and whatever we spend with the sheriff would be our cameras. We would never have to lease that or purchase them again. That the sheriff would monitor them for us. We may even put a part-time person over there monitoring and sparing the guy that's there all the time. It'll be a city employee. It doesn't have to be a police officer. It can be just a person off the street. We have a guy, a Hargrave guy that's interested in doing it. The sheriff actually offered him to me. So we're talking about that too. But the main thing is, instead of investing $60,000 into something that we lease every year, we would invest $60,000 into our cameras that we would own. Because the sheriff would put them up, we'd have them, he'd have access to them, and it really gets into a lot more detail, because actually we're almost like 3 parishes that are doing this right now, putting everything together. So as soon as that's done, we can come back to the council and do what we have to do. Right now, let's just do what we have to do with the contract to keep it.
You want to renew it?
Yes, renew it for right now.
Okay.
And then what we'll do is we'll talk about it later and get with Brooks and try to keep everybody happy, but it just makes sense on what the sheriff is offering us.
Good.
And Chief, do you agree that we would move to our own cameras and the sheriff's cameras?
Yes.
Regarding another company that's not here?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
And here, you're gonna enter the contract for a year.
It's a 1 year agreement, correct, Bart? And it requires.
Well, that's
that
what
if
the
we
last
wanna-
one was. I think we hold all the cars. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
then
think the agreement says it's a 1 year agreement, and you can, in writing, notify the other party. I don't remember if it's 60 or 90 days.
Yes.
But the issue being if we pay up front, I don't know that we would get money back, right?
No.
So that's kind of.
I wouldn't recommend that. I mean, if you want to go for a year, then do the year. But
I'm gonna stick with my motion.
I don't know if he.
I'm comfortable.
I mean, why wouldn't he agree to 6 months or a month to month? I mean, he needs us more than we need him.
Okay, motion and a second to renew for a year. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Chief, and I assume you're gonna put together something with the sheriff's office and bring it back for us to consideration.
Yes, ma'am. After we have more details, because it's just going together right now.
And we could still pursue that and amend the budget if we need.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Item number 13, to approve contract change order number 3 for the contract with Shaw Construction LLC pertaining to fiscal year 2021 LCDPG sewer system rehab project. The change order decreases the contract price by $131,934.34.
Second.
Motion and a second, Todd. I'm gonna let you cover these just because I know they are a little wonky.
This is a contract change order that adjusts the contract quantities to match what was actually constructed. This is a project that has been going on for several years. I think the notice to proceed was in mid-2022. The contractor pretty much walked off the job at one point, so the city has had to have done several parts of the project to get to this completion point. But the system is online, it's all functioning properly. So we have 3 items to recommend approval tonight that will hopefully accept the project and move forward with it. We've sent the documents to the contractor. He has not executed them yet. We may get some pushback from him, but I think this is the appropriate action for the council to take at this time.
Good, and Todd, you did tell us that these are the type of modifications that we would be not out any more dollars than the contract, right?
This change order kind of adjusts the contract and ends your obligation of that under that contract to Shaw.
Okay. Any other questions or comments for Todd? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 14, to approve payment of estimate for partial payment number 15 in the amount of $0 due to liquidated damages owed for the contract with Shaw Construction Services LLC relative to fiscal year 2021 LCDBG sewer system rehab project. Todd?
Second.
Motion and a second. Motion by Councilman Campbell, second by Councilman Broussard. Councilman, you had a question?
I think we can afford it.
Again, this is a progress payment, number 15. It covers work between December 3rd of 2024 and December 4th of 2025. That's the date that he actually completed work on the pump station, and we're calling that the substantial completion date. So he was due $246,000, but the liquidated damages exceeded that amount, so the net payment to him would be $0. Again, he's gonna probably contest this, but I think it's the appropriate action.
Tell him to contest his 500 and something days he's past contract date.
767.
700 and something days past contract.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 15, to adopt a resolution of acceptance authorizing the mayor to execute an act of acceptance for the fiscal year 2021 LCDBG sewer system rehab project.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions, comments? This is the same project. We need to get this executed, turned into the courthouse so we can get a 45-day, hopefully clear lien certificate so we can clear this with LCDBG to apply for more funds.
Correct.
All right? Any other questions or comments? Won't be for this contractor though. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Item number 16, to approve contract change order number 4 for the water treatment. Which one? Oh,
Thank you.
to approve contract change order number 4 for the water treatment plant improvements project contingent upon OCD and LDH approval.
Move. Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Todd?
This is to add the replacement of doors and frames and 3 exterior doors in the line room and at the water treatment plant. Things that came up during construction.
Any questions or comments on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We have one additional item that was added to the agenda. Item number 17, Passion of Christ event by St. Teresa Church for April 3rd. Is someone here from St. Teresa Church?
Yeah.
Can you come up and state your name for the record, please? It's the contractor.
My name is Jorge Rios and Felix Abbeville. Yeah. And we're gonna do a walk on Good Friday, the Stations of the Cross, and we would like to start with like a little play in the grotto of St. Teresa, and then just it's not a play, it's kind of the agony of the garden and Pontius Pilate, and then we're gonna start walking. We have the streets. We just
Here it is.
I'm poor with the street names.
Here it is.
We're gonna go down North Gertrude, and then turn right on Prairie Avenue, then turn right on St. John M. Hardy, and turn right on Lafayette and back on Derrick Street.
Is that the same one you did last year?
No, last year was from here to Lafayette.
You started here though, right?
Yes, sir. This
Same
one's
event, just different path.
no
It's a different event.
Different event, okay.
different event. This one's for the Passion of Christ, and the other one was the Feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe.
You got what the chief is?
That's what I
Yes,
said.
my
Yes.
secretary attends the meeting with them and she has everything's okay.
Okay, so the application is in, chief is approving the route, you'll escort them, I'm assuming, or whatever's needed.
Yes, ma'am.
You got all that clear? Okay, any other questions or comments?
Everybody's invited. It's on Good Friday. We are starting at 2:30.
AM?
So this is a time for penance, right? And the beauty of the Station of the Cross is in the resurrection, but still there's some teachings that Christ gave us during those 14 station, hard station, and it's a good moment to think about it and reflect it on our own lives. So please come and join us.
Beautifully done. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Old business, sorry, Councilman, I forgot to go back and.
Yeah, I'll let you get away with it.
Item number 1, to approve special event permit for the boutique ride, they must enter right, boutique ride, trail riders, to be held at the Red Barn on June 6, 2026 through June 7, 2026. Permit is needed for them to access the city street. Do I have a motion and a second?
I'll move, but there were some questions asked about, I think this is the group that walked in, Walmart.
No, it's not the same group. I wanna clarify that. It is not the same group that the incident happened with. That was a different trail ride. The marshal already left. He was supposed to be here for this one. Okay.
He's right.
Come on in here.
He had to run to the restroom.
Okay. This is not the same group that the incident happened at Walmart, correct?
Correct.
That is, I'll verify that with checks and permits today in case that was.
And Reggie, are y'all assisting the Butte Trail Ride with security?
Yes, sir.
Also?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
And is
This,
anyone
this
here
is
from
this
it?
the Butte Riders is normally a very smaller scale trail ride, so that they may have maybe 100 to 200 people at that trail ride. So it's really not. We never had no issues with them.
And you're working with them?
Yes, sir.
I don't remember what the questions were that came up at the last meeting.
It was, Chief Hardy wasn't here and Lieutenant Hardy was here, and he had mentioned the chief wanting everybody's ID that was participating in the event. And I don't remember the other one, but I think the chief and the marshal met, the marshal and them have beefed up their security plan. I think we're gonna provide some assistance with temporary barricades. And I think all parties feel that they can safely and comfortably execute the event and have a great event for the community. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
I'm a second call.
And that's going to apply to any future trail rides that are held at the Red Barn.
Yes, sir. We're gonna treat them all the same.
Okay.
Yes, sir. That is correct.
Okay. Y'all have any questions for anyone about this? There's no one here from that event, right? You said no. Anybody here from Butte Riders? Okay. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. That's it for items of new and old business. We're moving on to departmental reports and updates. Engineers, Todd?
I don't have anything there.
Okay. Attorney Board?
Just wanted to talk about executive session.
Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me. Okay. That's it for board. Public Works Director Chris Cocher, you have the floor.
So glad you got to speak, Ray. It's always well spoken. Okay, public work. Safety meeting this morning, thanks to all that attended. It was on flooding, getting ahead of hurricane season. Next safety meeting, we'll talk about hurricane prep and the fire department. Hopefully will come do CPR for us, which is very important for everybody, but especially that electrical crew.
Do you have that date set yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
I need to get with Chief Doris and with the LWCC to make sure we all got on the same. I'll let all of y'all know. Okay, our Dutell Street rehab project is complete. All sewer is flowing. We just have some cleanup to do. We're waiting for the dirt to settle.
That's
we have,
huge.
We have dirt in place to be able to level. So that might be this week. We're gonna complete that part of it. But so everything's good there. Just remember, Public Works crew and Street and Bridge and Parks have 4 events starting on Thursday. You have Sounds on the Square. They have baseball at the park starting Saturday. We have the Sicilian Festival and the Art Walk. So that's 5 or 6 guys that are going to do all of those events. So if some work orders don't get completed from Thursday till Friday, it's because of that. They're busy putting out barricades, blocking streets, making sure everybody's safe. Okay. One other thing that came up last week is I saw a permit come through the system about the demolition of the old Swagman building. So that is close to happening. I didn't approve the permit yet based on, I want to know the scope of work. And I want to know the scope of work for the city's benefit. Okay. The slab's going to stay. The walls are coming down for sure, but I want to know what's going to happen with the loading pit in the back. That is a hole that holds water, which is a hazard for a kid drowning. So I want to make sure before I approve it that is in the scope of work. And naturally, the rest of the cleanup around that area. So that'll be coming soon to Abbeville. So
19 years in the making.
Sure. And just by being nice, I got them to tear it down. I didn't have to be ugly on this one.
Polite me, threatening. Just joking.
Wait up.
That's it. Thanks. Any questions?
Are you still up?
Oh, sure.
Okay. There's 2 real bad potholes on Sheridan Street. I'm talking about bad. There's one at the restaurant, which is real bad, and one by Moe's.
Is it on Charity Street or is it on the side street?
Charity Street. So what process? What do we have to do?
The state has to come in and fix it.
Can you call
I'll do my best.
Please.
Sure. There's a turnover at the state, but we have connections. We have
Yeah, we got
the numbers
and
and to who we
the
can call.
local guy, who's in charge of local projects, so we'll reach out to him. If, Chris, you have the exact location, so.
I'll get the locations of it.
If it's a local street, it's put it in the portal, but if it's DOT, Chris is gonna contact, or my office will contact.
They did a good job, Chris, on 167.
They fixed it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah. So if it's kind of in the crosswalk of the side street, I might take care of it myself because it'll be faster done.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Him saying that reminded me, and I forgot to put it in the portal when I got back to my office, 2nd Street at Washington, when I was leaving the park coming back here on the east side of Washington, there's a pretty decent pothole. I think it was 2nd Street that I know.
That's going to be
That's local.
redone here. The gas company has a major leak right there.
It's not where they dig it though. It's a pothole.
On the east side of
We'll look at it tomorrow.
okay.
Just make a note.
Yeah, we were there today popping manholes because they thought we had a water leak, but we don't have a water leak there. Okay. Anything else?
Got the city hall washed. We appreciate that. It looks much better.
Came out real good.
The city court's washed. That looks much better. And I hear that the sheriff is going to be painting the annex. So
Sure.
the police jury is going to be painting the annex. So that's going to make a huge difference.
That job was bid out and awarded, from what I understood, by the architect. They're going to be washing it. They're going to be doing some brick work, some plaster work, and hopefully change those torn awnings. But that wasn't in the scope of work. But it may be bid after, from what I was told.
And thank you for getting that sign on the utility pole right there.
Is whoever is doing the plaster work, would they be this?
Maybe I could walk
Maybe you
over
could ask
there.
them to look at it and give you
Yeah.
a quote for the base of all the posts right here where it's, before it gets
Where
worse.
are we with the entrance sign to Abbeville out there? They got demolished.
Miss Lynn's got all the information. We found out who it is. We got the insurance company. It happens to be one of the majors, so we're going to collect it.
Got the police report.
We got the Miss Lynn was working on that. It was we did. It was state trooper. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that's true.
We did. So I think they willing to pay and they're gonna pay. She hadn't contacted me about payment yet. So
Can it ever be salvaged or?
nah, he busted it up right in the middle. It's he also damaged the electrical infrastructure there.
Right.
He damaged the landscaping around it. So you know, we got him for all of that stuff. We're gonna get our money and we're gonna repair it, replace it.
Call a bad morning.
Yeah, he was having a bad day, I guess.
Chris, after the meeting, I need to talk to you before we go into executive session.
Okay, all right.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
All right. Nothing else for Chris. Byron Dozier, Parks and Rec.
This weekend, as Chris said earlier, we do have a tournament starting on Saturday morning. Perfect Games coming again this weekend. I should get the official number of teams sometime on Tuesday, Wednesday, normally whenever they finalize everything. We're expecting probably anywhere between 16 to 22 teams. So that's this weekend. We're finally finalized with the Rec League. Opening day will be April 11th. It will be here at Como Park in Abbeville. We'll send out formal invites for the opening day ceremonies and everything. We come out with a total of 27 teams with an increase of 22 players from last year. So we did get an increase in players this year. As always, we're still interleaguing with Kaplan, North Vermilion, and Delcom's also aboard again this year. Other than that,
Looking for team sponsors, I'm sure.
Actually,
you good?
Everybody's covered on sponsors.
Good.
Yeah. Thank you, Chief Party, for your sponsorship as well. But that's where we stand. Other than that,
You can tell it's an election year. Not for you, Chief. That wasn't towards you, but I'm sure that helped.
Well, actually, Allie's coaching, so she kind of has some tools. So.
Okay.
Any questions?
Thank you, Byron. I heard we were up to 25 for the tournament this week.
Okay, well, you're ahead of me. My head's been down with registration and stuff for the league, so good.
But that's something good for our businesses, for our citizens, and tell Kristen, great job, both of you.
Yeah, why don't you volunteer to draw the first pitch? That might draw a crowd. That would go over good.
I've had multiple requests from skateboard enthusiasts about adding a rail and some stairs, some steps for them to skateboard on over at the skateboard park. Chris and I met on that today, and he's going to reach out to Rob Roy, because I think Rotary was instrumental in that, and see what we can do to add some more features at the skateboard park in the coming year. Any other questions or comments? I saw some kids skateboarding in the square, and they said they like jumping the steps in the gazebo, and I told them, don't you dare.
Yeah, because they try to move the table sometimes to the skate
at
park.
Como so you could do it there, but not on the bricks that are falling apart already.
Yeah, so that is a great idea because they do try to move tables sometimes and jump over this and hit the table and go, but
We'll work on where we think it can best be applied. We'll get some skateboarders input.
Great job. Thank you, Byron.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments for Byron? Hearing none. Moving on, Mayor. Friday, March 13th, we buried the time capsule, and Paul concreted it back in the center of the gazebo to be unearthed on the 200th anniversary of the founding of the city, or the corporation. Oh, and Josh supported. Oh, look, I didn't know he actually did some work. He's usually just talking and I'm fussing at him, so.
It's just freezing up.
There's hope for him yet?
Josh was going a little too slow, so
Okay, you took it away, all right. Wednesday, March 18th, spring into a good book reading opportunity at HES, 3rd grade, 8:30 a.m., 4th grade, 9:30 a.m., 5th grade, 10:15 a.m., volunteers welcome. So that's at Harrod Elementary. If anyone would like to help out by reading a book, please reach out, I guess, to the principal at Harrod. I think I'm going to be reading. Wednesday, March 18th, 6 p.m. cafe meeting for Abbeville High School. It doesn't say where. I mean, it's usually at Abbeville High.
I didn't see the time.
It's usually, Big, you got that? Okay, at Abbeville High, 6 p.m. That's the cafe meetings are when they ask community members to go, they talk about how the school's doing and they ask, kind of reach out for different ways you can participate to support the school. Thursday, March 19th, 6 p.m., Sounds on the Square, Austin Radio and Cajun Company. Please come out and enjoy this free family concert. Saturday, March 21st, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Vermilion Parish Student Arts Expo, the Vermilion Art Walk, and the Sicilian Celebration, which is 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., all in downtown Abbeville. So it will be a very busy Saturday. Thursday, March 26th, 6 p.m., Sounds on the Square will be Leroy Thomas and the Zydeco Roadrunners. Saturday, March 28th, Spirit Fest from 12 noon to 3 p.m. at Magdalene Square. This Spirit Fest is normally hosted at the Christian Service Center on Chevis, but they're moving it downtown this year because it's the anniversary of the founding of the Christian Service Center and they wanted to do a bigger celebration. Wednesday, April 1st, 5:30 p.m., the cafe meeting, Leap and Literacy Night at J.H. Williams. Please plan to attend. Friday, April 3rd, City Hall will be closed in honor of Good Friday. And Thursday, April 9th, 7:30 a.m., Coffee Talk with Mayor White with the guests of new Fire Chief Doris Longlenay at the main fire station. That's it for my announcements. Any questions for me from the council? Yes, I will.
Thank you.
Nothing? Okay. Police Chief Mike Hardy, you have the floor.
Yes, I only have a couple of things for information only. We have 2 of our new Tahoes. You're going to be seeing them riding around town. 2 of them have been completed. The other 2 will be completed shortly. We presently have our contractors that are finishing the outside shop behind the police station. And so we can take the 4-wheeler and the side-by-side and put those gas-operated vehicles inside a building away from the building instead of being next to the building. We have training coming up at the police department. We'll be doing firearms training during the next month, domestic violence training, and crime scene investigation and processing A to Z. This is with help from Lafayette Police Department. All I'm having to do is pay a police officer his daily pay for 2 days to get him to just refresh our guys' memories on how to process crime scenes. So it's going to be a really good class.
Who's the new Tahoe's going to?
Right now,
assigned to?
I've given 1 to Randall Toops,
Okay.
1 to Eric East,
Okay.
and the other 2 are still up in the air. They're still being put together too. So maybe another couple of weeks before we have them.
Can't tell you how to do your job, but I sure would like to make sure they don't go to anybody that's been in a recent accident who was at fault.
I don't think you have to worry about
that. Any other questions for Chief Ward? No?
Any questions?
Okay. Fire Chief. Chief Doris, you have the floor.
Hydrant processing has been completed. Next will be the hydrant testing, which will be about a month down the line. We're going to give ample notice. That way we can post it on our social media, also the city's social media, and run it in the paper. We know it's a disruption to homes and businesses with the discolorization that happens with the water. Flushing is a low pressure flow with many more hydrants than the testing is going to be. So the testing is a high pressure flow. So it is going to be more of a system disruption, but it is much less amount of hydrants that are required to be pressure tested. So it's not going to be a long duration, and we're going to give ample time to get notice out there for people's homes and businesses to know what not to use their water for during that time period. And that'll be, again, coming up in about a month. We have 7 applicants. Sunday, we started our pre-agility testing. This is the first step in vetting new applicants to the fire department.
Which is something new that Chief Doris has put in place, correct?
Correct. Prior to this was going to straight to a company that we were, spending time and money to do this testing. Now we're doing our own in-house testing. That way we can know before we're spending this time and money on these applicants, know that they can successfully make it through it, have a better chance of making it through it before we get too deep into the hiring process. I want to say thank you to J.H. Williams and to Vermillion Catholic for allowing us to use their track. 1.5 mile run is the first part of the pre-agility test. I certainly want to say thank you to those two organizations that's allowing us to use their facilities. Talked about Sounds in the Square coming up Thursday. The fire department's going to be cooking the jambalaya for it, so I want to say thank you to Shift 3, particularly Captain Lou Abear, who is going to be preparing the jambalaya to be served Thursday for Sounds in the Square.
He's a good cook?
He is, absolutely. He was my first phone call when Miss Beckett came in. He was the first one I called. Any questions?
Thank you, Chief. Great job.
Thank y'all.
All right, that's it for Fire Chief. Council members. Councilman Campbell.
I don't have anything, man.
Councilman Broussard.
I got a few things, all good things. If you haven't noticed, the state police is in our city writing traffic violation tickets. And when the state police arrives here, it reminds people to slow down, to pay attention to stop signs and all those good things. Chief, I don't know if you saw them, but they've been here.
They've been welcomed by us several times.
And I'm just going to say they don't just sit there idle. So they are on the move. They are issuing citations, and I'm happy to see them in town.
Talking about multiple police units and motorcycles. So I'm talking about 5 or 6 at a time.
Yeah, it's been great. If you didn't know, you must have been in Ukraine. But yesterday, we had a wonderful birthday in the city of Abbeville. So tell our mayor happy birthday if you did not. And also, I think everybody here knows Charlene Beckett. Tomorrow's a big day in the city of Abbeville. She is our Main Street director, and it is her 30th anniversary tomorrow. So please congratulate her. As it's been mentioned a couple of times, we have a very exciting weekend starting Thursday night with a very popular band and some good food by one of Doris's chefs. On the weekend, the Acadiana Center for the Arts is partnering with the Vermillion Parish School System. That's what the Art Walk is from 10 to 4, I believe. 3?
Yeah, 10 and 3.
And simultaneously, the Sicilian Festival, that I know I'm going to see some of you there for those delicious dishes. Perfect little 80s temperatures, and I hope we have big crowds and all those things. And finally, spring is here. If your grass needs cutting, please cut it. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Councilman Plazoff.
Just one thing, Chief, we have an ordinance, I think, about these people that are standing on the street corners collecting money, right? I'm talking about the ones with the dog and the ones at Walmart that are begging for money.
Yes.
Can we enforce that ordinance, maybe?
We do. When I see it, I remind them, and anytime someone sees it and complains, my guys will go and run them off. We get the names, sometimes we bring them in and get all their information. Sometimes they're from out of town without a way to get out, so we offer them a way to get out of town. So we do address it.
Yeah, people are very generous, and I think it's fair to take advantage of that.
Oh, yes.
And the other thing, one other thing is St. Peter's Street's still a problem.
St. Peter's a problem because they need a call. My guys pass, and whenever I see them, they'll go. But if I don't see anything and they don't call me, we don't pass real often. We'll pass everywhere, all the time. They need a call.
They tell you when they're calling you, so of course, they tell you they vote too, right?
Of course.
Thank you, that's all I have.
Councilman Hardy.
All right. First off, the state is not just an Abbeville and Maurice.
They trample it on your territory.
Oh, no.
They're everywhere.
Everywhere, bikes and units. They do all the other stuff, and I'll take that speed.
There you go.
That's great.
Oh, yeah, so it's not just Abbeville, they're everywhere. Especially 167 from here to Maurice in the morning.
Let's see.
And my question, you remember, when is the cleanup?
April 18th.
April
I know it's
18th.
coming up sometimes.
April 18th. April 18th. Christian, if you will make sure Lynn gets it so she can get it to him. Yeah. Anything else?
That's it.
Community cleanup April 18th, starting at the Christian Service Center. I think they usually do it at 8 a.m., but I don't have it in front of me. And it
Maybe
just
I
wraps
said
up
that wrong.
at
I
noon.
think I said that wrong. They're clean the city.
Oh, I don't even know if they did. I don't think they're doing it right now. They haven't done it in a few years.
I think the lady passed away.
Yeah, the lady from the state that was in charge of it passed away, and I don't know that they ever filled.
Thank you, Barbara.
Well, hold on, we have an executive session. Okay, if there's no further comment from council members, I need a motion and a second to enter into executive session to update the council on litigation titled Timothy Bork et al. Versus City of Abbeville, 50 Judicial Docket Number 113137. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We will be back and we will report on what we talked about in executive session.
Thanks.
But you are welcome to leave if you so
Appreciate it.
You can hang out with me.
Will you get a picture if they hang that?
Yeah, absolutely. I can send you the one I took too.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I was like, wait, I'm not moving.
Okay.
I didn't see it. I feel like and I get all excited and
No worries.
Mayor, I move that we go back into a general session.
Second.
Motion and a second to reconvene the regular meeting, exiting on an executive session. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion is reconvened. We are coming out of executive session after discussing the litigation titled Timothy Bork et al. Versus City of Abbeville, 15 Judicial Docket Number 113137. Bork, do you have anything to say?
No, just based on, what we talked about at the end of our discussion, based on what I advised you as to, developments in the case, I'd ask the council to authorize me to, have a settlement conference with Chris Landry, who is their attorney, which is already scheduled for 1:30.
I make that motion.
Second.
Okay. I have a motion and a second to authorize the city attorney to enter a negotiation, what is that, whatever you said. You got it. Settlement conference. Okay, any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries, meeting adjourned.
Good luck, Bart.
All right, guys, I'll let y'all know next week.